Okay, I'm going to try to do this quick and dirty for you guys, just to get you started. These are the lining pieces, right sides together, pocket pieces, main fabric, right sides together. First we're going to stitch both arcs, curves, as you will. Please understand that I'm way faster when I'm not trying to be fast, so. I'm back stitching at the beginning and end of all of these. Some people don't do that when they're sewing piecemeal, but I want these to not fall apart at the seams, so they're getting back stitched. All right, trimming threads and seams now. I just trim these really nice and tight. Don't clip your stitches. This helps when you turn. Now the pattern is going to tell you here to fold these open and top stitch. Skip it, don't do it. Waste of time, and it's a clunky mask when it's done. So again, trimming the curve. Because the wovens don't like to stretch, so you want to give them a little help when they get turned. Now, the lining piece, we fold two on each side, folded back to accommodate the pocket. I fold twice. I do not pin or iron. I'm a gangster. So Kaya asked me if I wanted to say something to my friends about what we're doing and why we're doing this. Mostly, I think a lot of us are doing this to feel like we can be helpful and do something meaningful. And now that everyone is being asked to wear masks in public, this is definitely a meaningful task. Also, I sew so that I don't plot to overthrow the government. And I'm getting really good at sewing. Okay, both pieces. I'm going to show them to you face down. This is my liner piece. Both edges are folded back. This is my outer. We are going to go right side to sew these together. I don't pin, I don't iron. I'll slow down here for a second just to show you some points that are important. You want to make sure the bridge of the nose and the bottom of the mask are lined up at the seams, and you want these guys to be relatively lined up. Oh, I lost my thread. Darn it. You might want to pause that, Kaya. Back stitch over prior seams. That's just prudent sewing, kids. This part's the trickiest, to be honest with you, over the bridge of the nose, but also doesn't need to be perfect. I back stitch here. Pulling out plenty of thread that time. Okay, I'm going to trim threads and edges again. If I could program a robot to do just this part. Clipping really close here because that's a strange fold for a woven fabric to make, that curve, when we turn it right side out. Not as important on this flat seam at the bottom. Thusly where I'm hacking it. Also, these aren't my real scissors. So now we're going to turn this right side out. Couple of points to watch here. Make sure that your nose is all the way up. Okay, and you're just going to kind of structure this mask. Alright, so you want this guy nice and lined up. Okay, now, I skip a lot of steps. I do not skip the exterior top stitching. You want to fold that down, and you're going to top stitch this edge, and then you're going to lift your needle and top stitch that edge. You have to be a little slow around the bridge of the nose and make sure that it's out. I'll demonstrate quickly. I give it a little help over that. I lift my presser foot. Sometimes it gets a little stuck, and I pull from the back too here to get over this lots of fabric. Okay, you can slow down on the curve of the nose. Again, none of this needs to be perfect. These are cute, but they're meant for function. Okay, one more step and we have a mask. Trimming threads. I trim at each step so that they don't get caught in the next step, or sometimes you have to go back and pull threads out of finished seams, and that takes more time. Okay, now we're creating the casing for the elasting. Fold to the wrong side one time and again. And I am sewing very close to this outer edge. Here's my pocket entrance, so I do not want to sew that shut. And I don't want to sew my elastic opening shut either. So a nice tight line here. And one more of those. So fold and fold again. Again, no ironing, we gangsta. And trim the threads. Other than the elastic, this is a completed mask that I will hold up in just a second. Okay, so there's the mask. Now what I do is a continuous loop of elastic. I saw suggested you put a safety pin on it, suggested to start from the bottom, come up through here, through the top, tie it down here, and the elastic goes around your entire head, front and back. And if you leave the knot exposed, whoever wears it can adjust it to the size that they want, and then they can pull the elastic into the casing afterwards. And there you go.